Hello, I'm Tina. Welcome to practice. This flow is to get you moving if you've been sitting down, working hard. So we're going to stand at the back of our mat. Feet are going to be about hip width apart. Grounding down through both feet. Crown of the head rising up towards the ceiling. Shoulders in line with the hips. Knees can be slightly soft. And bring the hands through to heart, palms together. Just close your eyes for a few breaths here. Bring your awareness to the breath, flowing in and out of the nose. And then slowly start to deepen the breath. And if you find your focus is wandering, without judgment, just bring your awareness back to the breath. And slowly release the hands, fingertips down towards the floor. Spread the toes wide and slowly rocking backwards and forwards from the balls of your feet to your heels. And if it feels comfortable for you, start to slowly raise the arms up in front and slowly start to come up into a calf raise. Drawing the lower ribs in towards the center line to activate the core. Keep your eyes focused on one spot. A few more. Breathing wide and full. And then slowly come all the way down, reaching the arms all the way up. Bring the hands slowly down through to heart center. And then very slowly, just heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart. Nice long inhale, and as you exhale, slowly start to lower into a squat. Let the hips come back, bending the knees, keep the spine nice and long, chest open. You can come up onto the balls of your feet, or you can stay here. Few breaths here. Slowly release the hands to the floor. Slowly start to bring the knees down and then crawl the left knee forward to come into a low lunge. Check your base. Slowly come all the way up into a kneeling lunge and just circle the shoulders. Arms can be long, or you can place the hands on your shoulders. And then slowly change direction. Doesn't matter if you're going forwards or backwards. And then just reach the arms all the way up. Slowly allow the left palm to come down to the left thigh. Stretch the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Side bend over to the left. Release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Opening out the right side of the body. Check that the neck's nice and relaxed. Inhale, come all the way up, and as you exhale, soften all the way back. Place the palms onto the mat. Bring the left knee back. Tabletop. Lean to the left, step the right foot forward. Slowly come all the way up, and this time let's make our shoulder rolls a little bit bigger. Really rolling the shoulders back, starting to move those shoulder blades. And then just release the arms, float them all the way up. Right palm onto that right thigh, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, side bend over to the right, release the right ear down towards the right shoulder, opening out the left side of the body. Inhale all the way up. As you exhale, soften all the way back down to tabletop. Once you're in tabletop, set your base. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, spreading the fingers wide, a lovely long spine. Check that the pelvis is in neutral. Draw the lower ribs in towards the center line. Check that the neck's in line with the rest of the spine. squeeze the right glute, float the right knee off the floor, flex the right foot, check that the hips are level, hold it here. And then squeezing that right glute, pulse for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8, for 9, for 10. Hold it here. Option to lengthen out that leg, flex the foot, check that the hips are level. Breathe wide and full. And then from here you have the option of sliding out the left hand, maybe keep it here, maybe float it off the floor. Slowly come all the way back to tabletop and then bring that right foot through in between the hands, coming back to your kneeling lunge. Slowly bring the hands to heart center, tuck the left toes. On your next inhale, keeping the core activated, using the strength of that right thigh, push yourselves all the way up and come into your crescent lunge. Adjust the length of your crescent lunge if you need to. Feet can be hip width apart. Check in that the crown of the head is rising up towards the ceiling, shoulders are over the hips, and that pelvis is neutral, so maybe adjust that foot, maybe bend that left knee a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, bring the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, gazing straight ahead, breathing wide and full. Inhale, lengthen out that right leg. As you exhale, soften down to crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, open all the way up and come into your warrior two. From here, check your base, checking that front knee's bent in line with the ankle. Checking that the outside edge of the left foot's in contact with the mat. Shoulders are stacked over the hips and just gaze straight out. Not going to gaze down our fingertips today. Breathe wide and full. Inhale, lengthen, straightening out that right leg. Exhale, soften down, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Hold it here. And on your next exhale, modified side angle, right lower arm is coming onto the right thigh. Left fingertips can reach up towards the ceiling, relax that neck, or the left bicep can come along by the left ear. If that feels uncomfortable for you, just come up a little bit higher. Either keep the fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling or just catch your hips. Few deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, swivel the back foot round and then slowly lower all the way back down to your kneeling lunge. On your next exhale, soften forward, place the right hand on that right thigh, left hand's coming down towards the floor. I'm just going to heel toe my right foot out a little bit more, checking that my left shoulder is in line with my left wrist. And just a nice easy rotation to the right, and I'm going to allow my left ear to drop down towards the left shoulder. Breathing wide and full. And on your next exhale, slowly release the right hand down towards the floor. Bring that right knee back and then come back to your tabletop. Set your base. Spreading the fingers wide, shoulders are over the wrists. Lovely long spine, neck's in line with the rest of the spine. Toes can be tucked or the feet can be flat on the floor. Activate the core. Squeeze the left glute. Glute raises on the left, so float the left foot off the floor, flex the foot and pulse for 1, 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8, for 9, for hold it here, lengthen out that leg, flex the foot, check that the hips are level. Breathe wide and full. Keep drawing the lower ribs into the center line. Maybe slide that right arm out nice and long. Maybe come up to the fingertips, maybe float the arm off the floor, check that the hips are level. Slowly bring that hand back down, slowly bring the knee forward and come into your kneeling lunge. Bring the hands through to heart center, tuck the right toes. Keep the core activated. On your next inhale, slowly come all the way up. Exhale, come down to your crescent lunge. Adjust your base. Feet can be hip width apart. Check that the pelvis is in neutral. Adjust that back knee if you need to, bend it a little bit more. And then as you inhale, release the arms, fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, look straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, open out and soften down into your warrior two. Again, you can just physically check that your base, the outside edge of the right foot in contact with the mat. You're going to go straight ahead, checking that left knee is in line with the left ankle. Inhale, lengthen out the left leg, fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two, holding it here. On your next exhale, modified side lunge. So left arm to the left thigh, right fingertips up towards the ceiling or right bicep by the right ear. If that feels too much, just come up a little bit higher and you can release the right hand to the right hip if that feels more comfortable for you. Check in with the breath. And on your next exhale, swivel the back foot round, slowly lower the right knee down towards the floor. Placing the left hand onto the left thigh, come forward, right hand on the floor, right shoulder in line with that right wrist. Easy rotation to the left, relax the neck. And then from here, bring that left foot back, left hand down towards the floor, come to tabletop, lengthen out the spine. A few rounds of cat-cow. So on your next exhale, slowly round the spine to come to cat. Inhale, slowly uncurl, vertebrae by vertebrae. Allow the belly to drop, keep the chest open, keep looking down towards the floor. Just be careful with that neck. And as you exhale, curling it into your cat. And as you inhale, slowly uncurl, cow. One more. Come back to that neutral spine, tuck the toes, slowly walk the hands back to the knees, and then slowly come to your low squat. You can stay here, or if it feels more comfortable for your knees, you can come here. A few deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly come all the way up. Bring the feet about hip width apart. Reach the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Palms together, slowly bring the hands all the way down through to heart center. Close the eyes, few deep breaths here. One more inhale, sigh the exhale out through the mouth. And then slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for your practice.